Hello, I am Barendipitous here with another analysis because, we got some new teasers and it's time to share my thoughts on those. I know we've been getting teasers for the past couple of days, and I wanted to wait until we got more information so I could kind of start to produce some kind of theory before any like reveal coming soon. So I'm dressed up today because I'm recording this on Sunday, December 10th, and so I had church today and all of that. So that's why I'm dressed up a bit nicely. So if you're not aware, the Brawlhalla devs, Blue Mammoth Games, they've been sending a bunch of teasers on Twitter, especially, and probably a couple other places, but I've been seeing them on Twitter, and I want to talk about them. Before I do, though, I want to briefly mention most of you probably already know this, but in case you don't, usually when the Brawlhalla devs are getting close to revealing something, they usually bring out daily teasers starting on Thursday or Friday, and pretty much do one teaser a day over the whole weekend, and then finally do some kind of reveal on their Tuesday dev stream. So, and that's pretty much that's been the case. They've been doing that for years. It's been very effective in generating hype and various theories and stuff. So the community is pretty much spending all weekend kind of thinking what this could mean. So and that's what's happening here. I believe Thursday was when this all started. Maybe, let's see, was it Thursday? Technically it was Tuesday, actually. There was something on Tuesday, which I'll go over. So basically what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be going over all of the teasers, at least on all the teasers that Blue Mammoth Games, the devs, have been sharing since for the past week or so. And then I'm going to share what I think this tells us about the new legend. And then after that, I'm going to tell you some of my more like wacky like theories and everything. But yeah, here we go. Let's get into this, shall we? So, oh dear, let's fix this here. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, so I've got the Brawlhalla Twitter account up, and I want to start with this one right here. Okay, so on Tuesday, December 5th, the Brawlhalla account tweeted this: Who does Barraza go see when he has heart issues? So if you remember, Barraza is the Diesel Heart post-apocalyptic Blaster's Axe legend. Barraza's main thing is not only is he a post-apocalyptic character, like kind of Mad Max, lives out in the desert and that kind of stuff. He's called Diesel Heart because his body is literally running on a basically a small diesel fuel engine. So he's kind of like part car a little bit. And that's why Brawlhalla is asking this kind of question. Who does Barraza go see when he has heart issues? Because usually you would go see a doctor when you have heart issues, right? A cardio doctor, that kind of thing. But a lot of people, including myself, are saying mechanic because Barraza's heart is it's a diesel heart. It's basically it's a small fist-sized diesel engine. And so, although I did have this little thought here, like doctors are just biological mechanics anyway, right? So anyway, that was odd and kind of out of the blue, right? And so this is kind of Brawlhalla doesn't usually tweet for no reason unless they're really just having just fun and whatever. But the new Legend 61, the cannon spear legend that was the weapon pair was revealed at BCX 2023. There was kind of some like mechanic or inventor vibes going on there, where the legend is like modifying their own spear, and their cannon is like a walking tank is suddenly appearing, that kind of thing. So there's kind of some mechanic or some car mechanic or like inventor kind of thing going on. So that's why we think that this might be getting into that. So that was the first one on Tuesday, December 5th. A couple days go by and we get this. This is basically one of those like loading or like buffering icons essentially. and that's it. Just the GIF that's just doing this. This was posted on December 7th, which was a Thursday. All right, not much to say here really. And then the next day, Friday, December 8th, they had this, where we actually see a robot face. So we're seeing the loading thing, and then all of a sudden a robot face blinks into view. And this is where I started to really think, okay, so there's some kind of robot personality, an adorable robot personality going on here. That's interesting. Then the next day, on Saturday, December 9th, we got this one. If you're not aware, that symbol is the check engine symbol that is found on the dashboard of a car. If you see this symbol blinking on your car's dashboard, it's the car's systems are telling you to check your engine. I don't know, whether there might be an issue with fuel, there might be an issue, some other kind of issue with the engine, and so the robot face is seeing, oh no, oh no, check the engine, something's wrong. Fun fact, well, not fact, but just like fun little thing. The frowny, like the grimace, like mouth, that kind of thing. It kind of reminds me of a gauge, right? Like where like low to high kind of a thing. Maybe that kind of just factored into the design of this. Anyway, that's cute. And then this is especially cute right here. You got a cute robot face with a heart. And then we got this in binary, which if you translate it into binary, it's literally just beep boop. So beep boop, that's literally all it is. I also, for fun, responded with this, which is beep boop in hexadecimal. I don't know binary or hexadecimal off the top of my head. I used online translators for this. But that's what we got. Those are the teasers that we have. Oh, well, that's what I would say if it weren't also for... so this beep boop binary heart thing was earlier today, December 10th. But then also, like literally an hour ago, we got this. So, of course, Sandy from the recently released SpongeBob crossover along with Scarlet, right? And this tweet says, Eureka! Eureka! Sandy, we'll have this done quicker than I defeated Von Evilstein over the English Channel. So that might seem kind of random, but I have a couple of thoughts about this. So number one, they're either actually legitimately teasing that Dr. Evilstein is that Von Evilstein is associated with this new legend, or the developers are aware that a lot of lore nerds like myself are theorizing that the new legend could be Von Evilstein, and are just messing with us, essentially. With all of this, I also wanted to kind of bring up, I also want to just briefly show, as a reminder, this teaser from BCX, which, by the way, that same telescope emote was being shown there. I did say in my analysis video of this particular teaser trailer that there's, even though a lot of people had got steampunk vibes from the spear, the music and the transition of the sort of like colorful transition effects seem to have more of a high-tech vibe to it. So we're and also in this trailer, the new legend is fighting almost the characters they're fighting are almost entirely like mech skins or mech legends, right? And then there's like this like exciting like tech, like electronic music and kind of a thing, right? So those are all the teasers that we've been getting. We have this robot face, this rather expressive and adorable robot face, check engine, beep boop, binary, all that kind of stuff, right? As well as this kind of I made a joke, a pun that I'm very proud of with this. I was wondering, like, are the devs like priming us with this question? Priming is a term for like you push a button to prime an engine and priming is also kind of like a way to get people to start thinking about something. Anyway, I was very proud of that. But yeah, those are all the teasers that we've been getting. So what are my thoughts about what are my thoughts about this about all these teasers? Well, I definitely, leave it on that adorable sort of like inquisitive face. I go, oh, oh. Anyway, uh, so yeah, before I get into my like deep tinfoil hat theories here, I will say that generally, when Blue Mammoth Games designed the legend, either they have a weapon pair in mind, or they have an archetype in mind, or a bit of both to start off with. And so, in every single legend in the game, every single character in the game is based off of some kind of archetype. We have Bodvar is a Viking, Azoth is a skeleton, Cassidy is a cowgirl, Lord Vrax is an alien, Asuri is a cat person, Lucian is a highwayman. You can basically describe every single legend with one or two words. Vector is a superbot. Volkov is a vampire. Mako is a shark. I know that I think an early alpha code name for Moonin was Bird Bard. You can literally describe every single Brawlhalla legend in one or two words essentially, and that describes their archetype. So what's the archetype of this legend? We've been getting various vibes of robot mechanic, inventor kind of a thing. So that clearly some kind of maybe some kind of robot entity that is able to kind of modify itself and modify its weapons in some way. So that's kind of what I'm thinking here, and some kind of high-tech entity, robot kind of guy. I was also thinking with having a robot face on a screen, that makes me think of the Marvel villain Arnim Zola. If you're not familiar with Arnim Zola, let me if you've seen, okay, here we go. So if you have seen Captain America Civil War, or even Captain America: The First Avenger, you may remember Arnim Zola as a scientist who worked for Red Skull during in the 1940s. But then in Captain America: Civil War, we see that scientist Arnim Zola had uploaded himself onto a computer, and he basically became this supervillain robot kind of guy. And so I was kind of wondering, maybe we have an Arnim Zola situation here. Maybe this robot is actually the consciousness of a human, and who uploaded themselves onto a computer. So now here is where we start to get into. Here's where I'm going to start getting into my sort of crazy theories here. So now before I get into it, I will say this could be a brand new character, just a character we've never heard of before. That's happened all the time. But let me pull out my tinfoil hat here, which is actually just my Thea hat, my theorizing hat. Theorizing, huh? Get it? I'm clever. I also took out this hat because when Thea was being teased, I was so sure that Thea was going. I was so sure that this new legend that was being teased was going to be Hypernia with the braid and she had wings on her helmet and stuff. I thought it was a Valkyrie, and I thought it was going to be Hypernia, which is Bryn's mother. But it turned out to be Thea, and Thea is an awesome character, fantastic. So I'm kind of wearing this hat as a bit of not just as a Thea-rising hat, but also to remind myself and to remind you that I'm going to say, for this theory, I'm going to say the name of a character who has existed in the lore for years. And I think there's a lot of evidence to potentially point to the fact that this new legend could be that character. But it might not be. It might be a brand new character, okay? So, we've got our theorizing hat on. I think this here is Dr. Evilstein, or Von Evilstein, all right? And if you've heard of Baron von Evilstein, or Josh von Evilstein, or Dr. Evilstein, you've likely read the lore of either Scarlet, or Sentinel, or Vector, or Tezca. So, Baron von Evilstein was a world-renowned scientist and inventor. He and Scarlet used to be partners when they, basically adventuring partners when they were going out into the Andes, and they discovered a lost world of dinosaurs. But Then Scarlet was betrayed by her partner, the most beloved scientist of the age, Baron von Evilstein. The Baron stole her inventions, framed Scarlet for a supposed murder, and vanished. And then later, the Baron emerged from the Lost World and tried to take over the world. World domination, tried to, Scarlet and her Royal Airship Navy was the only thing standing between Baron and world domination. And Scarlet defeated Baron's, after Scarlet and Baron's armadas kind of circumnavigated the globe twice, she finally defeated him in a vast air battle. In the skies over the English Channel, Scarlet led the counterattack, finally defeating him, and that's where this other thing about Scarlet and von Evilstein in the English Channel comes from. All right, so that was when Scarlet was first released and we got this lore, that's where we first heard about Baron von Evilstein. Okay, several legends later, we have Sentinel. And in one paragraph here, Sentinel fought his way to the center of a web of corruption led by a secret society known as Cabal. His war with Cabal lasted years and ended only when he destroyed their base in a Kamchatkan volcano and unmasked their leader, boy band megastar Josh von Evilstein. Okay, so Baron von Evilstein lived in the late 1800s, early 1900s. And based on other pieces of lore, I can tell you that Sentinel lived in the 1980s, 1990s, early 2000s, like modern day, essentially. So that's a long time. Like it seems unlikely that Josh von Evilstein and Baron von Evilstein would be the same person, unless there was some shenanigans going on in which Baron von Evilstein was able to prolong his life to be able to become this boy band megastar who also is in charge of Cabal, right? So we have that. Now let's go to Vector. Vector used to lived in the far future and then went back in time because Cabal sent the mecha assassin Blackstorm back to 1987. Vector went back to 1987 and he discovered that Sentinel was not a defenseless civilian but a superhero locked in deadly combat with the evil Cabal. So Vector is also there as well. And that means Vector would have also been there when Sentinel unmasked Josh von Evilstein as the leader of Cabal. Okay, now let's also and also Cabal clearly was around in the year 3006 because in Vector's time they said Cabal sent this mecha assassin back in time, so then Vector was sent back in time. So Cabal has been around for a while, and maybe von Evilstein as well. Now we go to Tezca, who also lived at around the same time as Sentinel. So Oscar Huerta lived in Mexico, and Cabal agents are terrified of what they call the Night Hunter, because Cabal criminal activity has dropped to zero in Mexico City. This is President Coates, or Sentinel, talking to Isaiah. And Tezca saved the world twice. Once has to do with like his sister, but the other time he saved the world was when he stole Dr. Evilstein's freeze ray. Okay, so I'm putting all of this together here, where we have Baron von Evilstein trying to take over the world with his inventions, and everything like that, but Scarlet stopped him. Decades and decades later, we have Sentinel and Vector, presumably, stopping, basically unmasking Josh von Evilstein as the leader of Cabal, right? And also around that same time, Tezca must have been involved as well because he stole Dr. Evilstein's freeze ray. So, if Baron von Evilstein, Josh von Evilstein, and Dr. Evilstein are all the same person, and the best way I can think of for this to happen is if Baron / Josh / if Dr. Evilstein uploaded himself into a robot body and basically became whatever the heck this is. Okay? Whatever the heck this is. All right? I can totally see that happening. This could be Dr. Evilstein. I think that would be that would be a really cool way to introduce a new character that has been very well connected in the lore for quite some time. Kind of gone under the radar a bit, honestly. So yeah. Another thought too. There was that post about Barraza. Okay, so if Dr. Evilstein has been around for a very long time, it is possible that he was also around Barraza, also around in Barraza's time as well, and even on into Vector's original time in 3006. That does call into question, though. The apocalypse in Barraza's time happened because there was a like a nanobot like scourge or something that basically shut down everything that relied on computer circuitry. So if I'm not sure exactly how this robot guy would have survived that, but maybe there is an explanation, or maybe he's just a time traveling robot at this point. I don't know. But such are my thoughts. I think so. This is clearly some kind of robot mechanic, like, you know, kind of character, and it's very possible this could be Dr. Evilstein. All right. Such are my thoughts and my theories here. That is the end of my theorizing. So yeah, what do you think? We still have, as of the posting of this video, we still have a couple of days left until we assume BMG is going to reveal this character, or like, if not everything about this character, at least maybe like a name or what this character looks like or something. I'm guessing something will happen on Tuesday. Maybe not. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I look forward to seeing all of your theories as well. And whether this ends up being Evilstein or not, I am excited to play this character. Cannon Spear is a fun pair of weapons. I think the mechanic of modifying the spear from electric spear to flame spear and back to electric is really cool. That's a really cool like form switch mechanic. So I look forward to all of it, no matter what, Evilstein or not. I very much look forward to it. So thank you very much for watching, and until next time, all the best.